to begin to push out these different AI tools to my kiddos. So when I get here, the first thing that I'm going to see is that Magic School calls these spaces where students are going to be able to begin interacting with AI as a room. And so as the teacher, what I am able to do is to launch a new room. So I'm going to do that here. And now the first thing that it's going to show me once I've launched this new room is the ability to give students tools that I want them to be able to use for this particular day or for perhaps this particular assignment. So I have the ability here as a teacher, I can let students have access to every single different tool that is out there. There's, I think, over 50 of them or close to 50 of them currently available. Or I can choose just those selected tools I want students to be able to have. Like, for example, I want David as my student to be able to have access to Raina, to interact with Raina, the chatbot. And again, it's a chatbot for students, designed for students. So it's going to give responses that are going to be appropriate. The next one that I'm going to give David access to here today is going to be the writing feedback tool. And you'll see with some examples here why that will be very helpful for him today. I'm going to give him the ability to translate any text, and I'm also going to give him a step-by-step generator. Now, these four tools are going to be pretty powerful by themselves, and allow David to accomplish different things. Now, if we had a different assignment, you could see I might choose something totally different. Like if we're going to be studying and reviewing for a math test, maybe I use the math review. If I want students to be able to explore some humor, there's a joke creator. And as you see, when you dive into it, you'll find lots of different things that will be available for students. All right, so now that I've selected the tools that I want my students to be able to have, I'm going to choose to now launch this room, which is going to say, would you like to change the name of this? And I'm going to just call this demo room for today. And you can also then change the grade level here. And I'm just going to pick 8th grade here for today. And again, it gives you a review of the different tools that you've selected for them and choose to launch the room. Now, the next thing that it's going to give me is the code to be able to share to my students. And you're going to be able to share it with them in 3 different ways. One of the ways that you can do, and this is the way that David is going to do it here, and we'll share his screen once he gets there, is go to the website that you see on there, the HTTPS part, the URL, and type that in, and it's going to ask for the student to enter a code. And this is the code that he could enter right here to be able to become a student in this class. If my students are on a tablet, perhaps it would be easier for them, or depending on the grade level they are, it might be easier for them to scan the QR code to be able to get in. The third way that you can allow students to join is to copy the URL directly to this room I've just created. So if it's an older group, they're using an LMS, I could then paste that link into the LMS, and then it's just going to be the students that are in that class that are going to be able to have access.